Hey guys, it's me Maya and I'm back with another reading vlog. It's actually been a while since I did any sort of reading video, I think a couple months at least. But we're back, I guess. Well, the reason I didn't post that much reading videos recently is because I've been in a reading slump, so I haven't been reading much and didn't really have anything to post about. But I think I'm slowly but surely getting out of my reading slump by reading some really fun books. The book that I'm currently reading is, wait a second, let me get it. Percy Jackson, the final book, which is The Last Olympian. I am this much through. I think I have like 40 pages left or something. So yeah, we're gonna be probably finishing this today. I love the Percy Jackson series, and I don't know why I didn't read them sooner. I started reading them when I was 14, I'm pretty sure. Usually people read them when they're like age 10 or something, and I joined the series late, but I love it. So basically I'm on the part where everything's already good and it's just like the final things. But most of this book was basically just, I don't want to spoil, but this isn't really that much to spoil because we always knew that this was coming. Most of the book was basically just the battle. They battle, they get reinforcements. Oh no! And then they get more reinforcements. It's just like too much battle for me. Like the whole entire book was like that. So I think this might be one of my least favorites from the Percy Jackson series. My favorite is probably the first 3 books and then the 4th and 5th. But nevertheless, I still loved it. And I love just like Percy's interactions with his dad Poseidon. I love those scenes where we can see the gods. And last night I actually stayed up a bit too late reading this, and then I had dreams of this, that Poseidon was my dad. So basically that was like the Percy Jackson, except girl version. So yeah, those are some fun dreams. Okay, so I'll read this later today. I'm very excited to. But something that I wanted to show you guys, and I've been really excited. I wanted to show it yesterday, but I was starting this reading vlog today, so I waited. And here it is. My second Marissa Mayer poster. Oh my gosh. So this is going to go on the wall. As you can see, there's my first Marissa Mayer poster over here. And now I have this one. I got the first one from pre-ordering her book Gilded, and this one from pre-ordering book 2, which is Cursed. So I love it. And it's going to go up here. So I thought I would hang it up with you guys here. Here's a closer look of the poster. So basically the first poster was all of her main characters, and then this poster is all of her main characters plus their couples. My favorite Marissa Mayer characters ever are Scarlet and Cinder. I love them both so much. And favorite male characters are probably Wolf, Jess, and Quince, I think. And I've read every single Marissa Mayer book except for Renegades, which these 2 characters are from there, but I plan on reading that very soon, so I'm excited. Every single Marissa Mayer book I've ever read, I loved. And sorry about this super long Marissa Mayer rant, but she's just my favorite author and I love her books so much, and she does fairy tale retelling, so if you ever need a book recommendation, you should read one of her books. I'd say most of her books are probably like 13 plus, so they're amazing. So let's hang up this poster. Here I have some double-sided tape. Double-sided tape on all the edges, so we can hang this up now. It's up. It looks so good. I love it. So here it is, the first Marissa Mayer poster and the second, and also trimmed a bit of the top off. As you can see, it looks kind of wonky, but I think it looks better than before because if you remember, it had like rips in it. So
I love it, I love it, I love it.
See you guys later. Hey guys, it's 5 p.m. now, and I'm gonna get comfy and read. This is what I'm wearing. Yeah. And I know that it's not breakfast time, but I'm going to make myself some toaster waffles. These are so good. And I'm gonna eat some frozen peaches while I read. And fun fact about me is that I prefer frozen peaches over real peaches. Real peaches, I like them, but they're just too sticky and just like kind of uncomfortable to eat, while frozen peaches are just perfect. Guys, me and Dot are twinning. Look. Dab on 3. 1, 2, 3. You said this way.
I know, I always said this way, but you said to do it this way.
No, I said to do it this way. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. That's so good. Again. 3, 2, 1. Do this. Do it. Okay. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Mom, stop lying. Stop lying.
Mama, no hitting me.
Mama, Mom is a liar.
I mean what I say. I didn't use it yesterday. No. Mama, no hitting me for no reason.
I stopped hitting me.
She's hitting me for no
I'm not hitting him.
Hey, she was. He's literally laughing right now because he's trying to get me in trouble.
Hey guys, it's the next day and now I can proudly say that I have finished the entire Percy Jackson book series. I actually finished the last book, which is The Last Olympian, last night, and I want to buy Heroes of Olympus now and read it. This is such an amazing series. It definitely deserves all the hype that it gets, and I loved the ending of the last book. And I also love seeing like Percy's interactions with his dad Poseidon. I just loved like scenes with the gods in them because it's just fun to read and also very funny. So yeah, I can put this on my shelf. Ta-da! Also, I'm with a blanket right now because even though it's warm outside, does anybody else feel this way? Like when it's winter outside and even if it's really warm inside, you still feel cold just because it's winter. So during wintertime, I just always walk around with a blanket or wearing a hoodie or something. Also, my next read is probably going to be The Sunbear Trials. This is my sister's book and she read it recently. I think it was her last read. No, not her last read, but she read this recently and she loved it and now I want to read it. This dude on the cover, the main character, he looks like Percy Jackson. So yeah, I'm excited to start reading this. I'm not going to start reading this right now, but I know that I will later today. Also, I gotta edit a video, so I guess that's what we'll do right now. Because my uploading schedule on YouTube is kind of lacking right now. I keep on like posting like 2 weeks in a row and then skip a week, which is not that good. I'm hoping to get back on schedule, get back on my A game. So sorry about that, y'all. You guys want to see a lock screen? Please. My Roblox character. Well, one of my Roblox outfits. Hi guys, so it's a few days later because I've been neglecting filming a Q&A for this video, but as you guys know already, every single one of my reading vlogs, at the end, I do like a reading Q&A where you guys ask bookish questions and I answer them. So yeah, I did that again. I asked on my stories for you guys to send some stuff and I'm finally going to respond to them. Anyways, let's start off with the first question. Favorite Percy Jackson character? Probably Percy Jackson and then also Annabeth. I love Annabeth, but I think I might like Percy Jackson a bit more. He's just so hilarious and just, I don't know, I feel like I would know more about him since he's the main character. Favorite series? Probably The School for Good and Evil, Keep of the Lost Cities, and The Lunar Chronicles. Maybe Throne of Glass. Do you plan on filming a book recommendation video? Yes. You guys keep on asking for more book recommendation videos. I filmed a lot in the past. You guys could always go check those out if you haven't already. But the thing is, I can just immediately post a bunch of book recommendations videos at the same time because first I gotta read the books, then gotta like form my opinion on them and then see if they're good to recommend to you guys or not. But currently I am trying to read some more middle grade books so that I can do another middle grade book recommendation video. So that I will do a book recommendation video sometime in the future, hopefully soon. Book characters you want to be friends with in real life. Percy Jackson and Annabeth, obviously. And then probably Cinder and Scarlet from the Lunar Chronicles series. Oh, also Biana and Keefe from Keeper of the Lost Cities. Next question. Are you into classics? Not really. I mean, I have read a few classics before, but I'm not the biggest fan of them. I did read a classic series, Mandy Collection, when I was only 9, and I loved it also, so. But usually I don't really read classics. Have you ever tried writing your own story? Yes, multiple times, but I always like gave up around chapter 3. Like, I have the whole plot and the whole everything in my head of how the book is supposed to go, but when I actually sit down to write, like, nothing comes out. But I have such amazing ideas for books. Like, if the computer could just type it itself, just like take it out of my brain and put it into a book,
it would probably be New York Times best-selling.
Next question, also related to classic books. Why don't you read classics? I don't know, I feel like they're just super slow paced and often hard to get through. I did like reading Alice in Wonderland, which is right over here, and Alice Through the Looking Glass. Those two were fun to read. Most other classics, I don't know, just not my cup of tea. Next question. What was your favorite Percy Jackson and the Olympians book? Well, I like the first 3 books the most, but I think maybe the second book or maybe the third. I think the second or the third would have to be my favorites. Next question, or not a question. Read low-key, please. Do you like Marvel? I really want to get into Marvel, but I actually only watched a few Marvel movies, which includes Spider-Man, Iron Man 1, and Iron Man 2. Those are the 3 Marvel movies that I watched. And I want to get into Marvel, but I don't know how to start or with which movie. If you know which is the best way to start watching the Marvel series, comment down below, please. Next question. What time in the day do you read the most? Probably before bed. Like right before I go to sleep, I just sit on my bed and just read, and often stay past my bedtime, but we're gonna talk about that. Have you ever thought about organizing your bookshelves in rainbow order? Actually, if you guys didn't notice, the top shelf is in rainbow order. See, it kind of like goes from white to pink to yellow, which is just one book, to green, which is also just one book, to blue, and then we don't talk about these two. The rest of my bookshelf, that would be pretty hard to organize into rainbow order because they're all usually like dark colors because they're like fantasies. But basically the top shelf is my like contemporary shelf and in rainbow order. And then the rest, even if they were colorful, I still would want to organize them in rainbow order because I put series beside series, and I also organize by author sometimes. Favorite author. If my beginning rant in the beginning of this video for like 4 minutes wasn't obvious enough, it is Marissa Mayer. What's your favorite bookish snack? A snack you like to eat when you're reading a book? I don't usually snack when I read. I mean, I snack when I watch movies and things, but when I read, I don't know, I just don't really like to snack at the same time. But occasionally I will like toaster waffles, blueberries, and snack on those while I'm reading, but usually I don't eat or drink anything while I'm reading. How long does it take for you to finish a 300 to 400 page book? So I'm currently in a reading slump, so right now it'd probably take me like 1.5 weeks. When I'm not in a reading slump, it probably takes a week or less. Probably like 4 to 7 days. It depends on the book though. Like, is it fast paced? Is it slow paced? What the genre is? How I'm connecting to the story? Next question. How to manage reading books along with school life and still score an A+? Don't ask me. Not a straight A student. I'm just like an average student. I get like A-, B+, B-. So this one is about the School for Good and Evil book series, which is amazing. Read it right now. Team Rafal and Sophie or Team Hort and Sophie. So I actually used to be Team Rafal and Sophie, and I actually like Rafal. He's like one of my favorite characters in School for Good and Evil. Team Hort and Sophie, that's spoiler alert. That's how they end up, but I never shipped them because Sophie never liked him. It felt like he was just like a second choice to her, and then she ends up with him. So that just wasn't that good. Like, she should end up with who she really wants to be, not just like, oh, I can't have him. Okay, fine. I guess I'll settle for you. Like, no. Top 5 favorite book boys. Cardan from The Cruel Prince, Jest from Heartless, Wolf from The Lunar Chronicles, Percy Jackson from Percy Jackson. I'm not doing it in order, just like naming them all. And the 5th one, I'm not sure. Maybe Carswell Thorne from The Lunar Chronicles also. Have you read the new Keeper of the Lost Cities book? It's really good. Not yet, because the reason, okay, I really want to, and I will, obviously, but not yet, because I kind of forgot everything that happened in the last couple of books, so I'm gonna need to like read some spoilers to like refresh my mind and then buy the next book. So I'm very excited to though. Would you recommend reading the Throne of Glass series or the Six of Crows series? I read the Throne of Glass and I loved it, but I did not read Six of Crows yet because I want to read Shadow and Bone trilogy first, and I have the first book, but I haven't read it yet either, so I can't really tell you which one is better. Books you can't stop thinking about. So recently, it's Percy Jackson, definitely. What book would you reread? Or like what book can I reread over and over? So I usually don't read books unless I like just finished a book and I have nothing else to read, or I'm waiting for a book to arrive but I have nothing to read in between. So then I just pick up one of my mixed books. I have a ton on my shelf. Over here, and over here. And one of my favorites is Willows vs. Wolverines. I read this a few times and also reread most of my other mixed books. These are just really fun middle grade books.
And I love them.
I started reading them when I was like 9, I think, and I still like rereading them sometimes. So, favorite enemies to lovers fantasy book? That would probably most likely be Cruel Prince series. What's a book universe you wish you could go to? I think Keep of the Lost Cities would be my number one because it just seems so cool. Like everything is so beautiful there, and that is definitely my number one. So those are all the questions I'm going to be answering today for this reading vlog Q&A. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and follow my socials, which are down below. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!